Tonight, Sonic the Hedgehog. All right, Sonic, welcome. Sonic, I hear you've got a special friend that you want to introduce tonight. Is that right? I can't believe I get to say this, but please also welcome to the stage and give a warm welcome to the infamous Hello Kitty. And right now the live stream is like, that was not on my bingo card at all.
So in the past on this channel, we've mentioned the odd partnerships that Sega have done between themselves and other companies. Often these are limited to their characters appearing on cereal boxes or other forms of confectionery. And of course there's been some larger, more elaborate partnerships, such as the Sonic-themed roller coasters and that. But in all of these partnerships, Sonic appears as Sonic. There's little to no change to his character, yet there was a partnership which saw a very unique Sonic design released in multiple locations throughout the world, and it caused quite the stir in the community, as well as a stir outside of the traditional Sonic and gaming community. This is the story of the Sonic Sanrio partnership, also known as the Sonic Hello Kitty partnership. So most people actually believe that this partnership began on July 22nd, 2016 at the Sonic 25th anniversary birthday party. In fact, the first time that Sonic and Hello Kitty actually appeared together in an official capacity was 2 years prior in 2014, but the partnership actually began several years earlier than that in 2012. On July 10th, 2012, Sega announced that they would be partnering up with Sanrio to help celebrate the reopening of the newly refurbished Tokyo Joypolis. The partnership at the time was limited to Japan and would see the release of the Sonic Hello Kitty Super Jumbo plush. This would be available as a prize redemption reward, and as some of the prizes available at the newly opened Sonic Carnival in Tokyo Joypolis. At the time, Sega announced that the partnership would be first launched in Japan, but that the collaboration would launch worldwide in the following summer in 2013. So let's now take a look at the Jumbo plush, because I happen to have one.
And here it is! Here is the Super Jumbo Hello Kitty Sonic plush, and look at the size of this thing! This thing is huge! So, because obviously it's kind of difficult to see how big this plush is on camera, you don't get much of a scale, here is a copy of Team Sonic Racing on the PS4. And if we put them side by side, look at that! Look at that, she towers above it! But anyway, that's an idea for that size. So yeah, I mean, just look at the size of this thing. Now, this was the first plush that they released in Japan, and this was the Super Jumbo plush. And yeah, they weren't kidding, it is massive, and it does have its own little tag. Let's bring that close, hopefully it will focus there. Is it gonna focus? No! But anyway, you get an idea of what it's like. And it also has a small little tush tag just there, and it does actually say Sonic X Hello Kitty, not Sonic X Sanrio, which is how it was, I think, rebranded later on. But yeah, this is an almighty plush, and obviously it doesn't stand up on its own because way too heavy, but it does do an awesome little backflip if you do that. And what I like as well, it's got a little tiny white kitty tail. But yeah, it's a really epic plush. It's obviously, I think it came out in 2012 now, so it's, is that over 5 years now? I think that's about 5 years old. So yeah, it's quite old now, but it's still an almighty thing. It's a really good plush, and if you can actually find one of these still, highly recommend it. Definitely recommend getting one of these. So anyway, let's continue with what happened after this plush came out.
So following the release of the Jumbo plush, it would be an understatement to say that it was a success. Aside from the demand in Japan, people in the West also went crazy for it. A combination of Sanrio and Sonic fans all wanted the plush. Initially, the second-hand market for it was quite reasonable, but as word got out that these plushies were now appearing on Japanese auction sites, demand skyrocketed, and people were paying insane sums of money for the plush. It was was quite common at one point to see prices as high as £160 to £200. It was quite clear that this plush and the early partnership was a success, and the rest of the world also wanted the partnership to be released in their country. So what did they do next? Well, get ready because they did absolutely nothing. Despite claims that the partnership would go worldwide in summer of 2013, Sega went completely silent on it. Even Sanrio didn't comment on it. In fact, it wouldn't be until the following year that the partnership was mentioned again. On October 2nd, 2014, the now closed Sega blogs announced that Sonic Hello Kitty products would be coming to Europe very soon. This was accompanied by a new piece of official Sonic Hello Kitty artwork and logo. Even the official Sonic Twitter account also mentioned it. This got a lot of fans really excited. The original plush had been so well received, many were wondering what else would be in store. Sega were also very keen to promote and capitalise on the excitement over the new partnership. Exactly 1 month after the European product announcement, Sega Europe uploaded a video from the Brand License Expo in which the then head of Sega Brand Licensing, Sissel Henno, spoke about the partnership. She mentioned how popular and successful the original Japanese plush was.
And it became so popular that we sort of thought about different executions, and we've had a bit of a think and come up with very exciting ideas around gift and collectibles.
Even Sega's booth was right next to the Sanrio booth. Both Sonic and Hello Kitty would pose together for photos and press opportunities. This would be the first time that both the Sonic and Hello Kitty character mascots appeared together in an official capacity. So with so much hype and seemingly regular updates, what happened next? Well, absolutely nothing. The entire partnership went complete radio silence for nearly 2 years after the European product announcement. Absolutely no new details were announced, and it was never brought up again as even a one-liner in any interviews. Many assumed that the partnership had just collapsed and had been quietly cancelled. And then what was becoming a really strange tradition with this partnership, out of nowhere, something really odd happened. 2016 saw Sonic's 25th anniversary celebrations begin. At one point, it felt like a month couldn't go by without a new major announcement. On March 12, 2016, several Twitter users based in Japan claimed that they had spotted new Sonic Hello Kitty merchandise in a number of retail stores. Several images were also posted to back up the claims. The first was a magazine article which showed what appeared to be a new t-shirt that displayed Hello Kitty wearing a Sonic costume. It seemed that the deal was back on, but there was still no official word from Sega or Sanrio regarding the partnership. And then things got even stranger when a listing for a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Super Sonic Hello Kitty plush was announced, and there was still no official word from either Sega or Sanrio. Then finally, a few weeks before Comic-Con of that year, Sega finally confirmed that the partnership with Sanrio was not only back on, but that it was going to be launched that year. In the United States only. This didn't go down too well with the European Sega fanbase, who all began to wonder why it wasn't coming to Europe despite originally being announced for that region. Details regarding the partnership were revealed approximately 1 week before the Sonic 25th anniversary party. Different items were available at different retailers in and around San Diego. There was even a small map printed and released to show people where they had to go to find all the items. Unfortunately, the map has since been lost to time, but the details regarding each item are still on the Sanrio website. The golden Super Sonic plush was limited to 1,000 units, the Sonic Sanrio pin set was limited to 300, and a silver Sonic Hello Kitty pin badge was also limited to just 300 units. The pin badges would appear at the Sonic 25th anniversary party in the merchandise stall, which promptly sold out of the badges in the first 30 minutes of the stall opening. But there was another item announced, and according to Sanrio's website, it was limited to just 50 units worldwide, and it's an extremely rare item. I've only seen it in 2 other people's collections, and I've never seen it for sale online. At the Sonic 25th anniversary party, they were allocated just 5 of these items for their merch stall. Every one of them sold out within the first minute of the party opening its doors. What was that item? It was a Sonic Sanrio skate deck. deck. So during the Sonic 25th anniversary party, they took a moment to pause the celebrations to officially launch the partnership. A Sonic mascot walked onto the stage, and Aaron Webber then introduced Hello Kitty, who also quickly joined them on stage. At this point, Sega of America's Director of Licensing then took to the stage to reveal the details of the partnership. She revealed that the partnership was designed to mainly appeal to the female fans of the Sonic franchise, and that the partnership was decided because both Sonic and Hello Kitty were long-running franchises with lots of characters that were both equally creative. They also revealed how each of the Sonic and Sanrio characters would mash up, resulting in Knuckles Bats Maru, Tails Choco Cat, Amy My Melody, and Sonic Hello Kitty. They also revealed on the stream a new line of Sonic Hello Kitty plushies, and they also mentioned that these would be available in large and smaller variants. And they also said that there would be a smaller figure line of blind box figures that would be released later this year. And as soon as it started, that was it. Sonic and Hello Kitty left the stage, and the party continued. In terms of merchandise and items created during the partnership, Sega and Sanrio would release some blind box figures later that year, and then at New York Comic Con of the same year, a smaller Supersonic clip plush was also released. Then at the following year's San Diego Comic Con in 2017, they also released a brand new Sonic Hello Kitty plush which had metallic blue fur, but this was a much smaller lower key release that had very little promotion. Another incredible item which was commissioned to help promote the partnership was this outstanding Sonic Hello Kitty statue. It stands between 3 to 4 feet tall and was used for photo opportunities at the 2016 and 2017 San Diego Comic Con. It's quite an epic statue and has sadly not been seen since 2017, and it was the only statue made of the Sonic Sanrio characters, and media for it is very limited. If anyone has any other images or even video of this statue, please let me know in the comments. So now let's take some time to look at this merchandise which was released, because I'm quite fortunate to own quite a lot of it. This is the pin set. Now, this the cardboard packaging, in case you were wondering, that's something I've just put these in so they don't get lost. But yeah, I mean, check this out. This is actually my spare set, but we've got Sonic Hello Kitty, we've got Tails Choco Cat, Knuckles Bats Maru, My Melody Amy, and of course we've got the exclusive Silver Sonic Hello Kitty, and that one was only available at specific stores around, where was it? San Diego Comic Con. But yeah, I'll just bring up one of them closer so you can actually see what it's like. Hopefully the camera's going to focus there. There we go. So yeah, they're really nice pins. They're really nice made. Oh yeah, and they also have on the back, oh, there's me. Hello Kitty. Yeah, just the details as to when it came out. So I'll bring up the silver one. It literally is, the only difference between the silver one and the blue one is purely the colouring. There's only 300 of these though, which is the same as the other ones, but yeah, otherwise it's just a really cool thing to have. If you can get one of these, definitely recommend it. They're a really nice little collector's piece. Anyway, moving on. So the next item were these blind box figures, and I actually have a retail display box here of these, and it's a pretty cool retail display box actually. It's really nicely decorated. Now, you got, I think you could get 3 full sets of these if you actually were lucky enough to get a display box, and unfortunately they were one of those blind boxes where you practically have to destroy them to get them out. So I'm just going to very quickly go through what you can actually get. So here are the actual blind box figures out of their boxes, and again, they're really nicely done. The merchandise for this Sonic X Sanrio partnership, there was so good quality. Everything was really, really well done. So first of all, we got Sonic Hello Kitty, and yeah, it's just a 3D figure version of the actual artwork that's available. And we've also got My Melody Amy, and I really like this one. It's really good. My Melody Amy is actually one of the few figures which can actually stand up on its own if you put it on a flat enough surface. Knuckles Bats Maru, way there he goes. Yeah, he's a cool figure. I really like this figure, but I think it's just the design of the whole splice between Knuckles and Bats Maru, but it's really good. And we've got Choco Cat Tails, and what I like about this is they've actually put him as profile, so he stands like that. And again, he can actually stand up really, really well, which is quite good. But yeah, you can't put him like that, otherwise he looks to the wrong way. But it's really cool, and I love the little design they've done on his tails as well. I really like that.
But yeah, that's the actual figures, and oh yeah, I should show you this as well. You might remember me showing you on the Jumbo plush how it was Sonic X Hello Kitty, but here it clearly is Sonic X Sanrio. So yeah, they changed the partnership when they relaunched it. But anyway, those are the figures. Let's move on to the plushies. And here they are! Yes, here are all the plushies that they released. Now, there were some smaller versions of these, but I didn't pick those up because why would I? I mean, I've got these giant ones. So yeah, these are the giant plushies. Where should we start? Let's start with these. Now, I've got a nasty feeling the moment I touch any one of these, the whole lot is just gonna fall down. So here we go, let's try. So this first one, oh, they're all going. So this was the new version of the Sonic one. And obviously it's Sonic Hello Kitty, and the first thing you'll notice is it's much smaller than the Super Jumbo plush. And yeah, there's a very good reason for that, because this is just the normal one, not the Super Jumbo one. Anyway, what are the key differences? Well, the first big difference is the tag that comes with it. It's obviously been completely redesigned. And also here the little tush tag as well, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but I'll try, has a Sonic X Sanrio instead of Sonic X Hello Kitty, and obviously it's a much lighter fur colour as well. I'll tell you what I'll do is I will do a bit of a better comparison on this one in a moment. But anyway, moving on. Oh, they're all going! I knew that was going to happen. So yeah, the next one is the My Melody Amy, and I love this plush, look at this. So I've got to say first of all, I'm not really that into Sanrio stuff. I like them in terms of the designs and the characters, but I'm not that into the actual stuff. But I love this plush. I love the My Melody Amy, and it even has a little headband there as well. It's a really cute little plush. It's little bunny rabbit Amy, so yay! And of course we've got the fight. They're all falling. I knew this would happen. We've got the Batsmaru Knuckles, and I love this guy. Check him out. He's so cool. He's so cool. They're like I said earlier, they're such good merch, these ones. They really, really are mega impressive. Just love them. And finally, we've got the Choco Cat Tails. And yeah, he's another plushie that stands in profile. Now let's try and get that close so you can see him. So yeah, you can't stand him like that. You've got to stand him on the side there. And again, I like how his tails sort of wag and jiggle there. Why not just do it that way? Because it'll be much easier. But yeah, these were the main plushies that came out. Now, when they actually announced the partnership at the Sonic 25th anniversary party, this was another plush that they made a very big deal of back then. This was the Super Sonic Hello Kitty plush, and it's made of like this metallic golden material. It's such a cool plush. It really is really cool. Such an awesome plush. It's really, really cool. So you might now be thinking, this must be the next limited edition one that they released. But no! It was this one! It was a tiny golden one! A tiny golden Hello Kitty! Yeah, this is the Clip plush. Now, this came out a couple of months later. I think it was at New York Comic Con. And again, it's such a cool plush. It's basically a smaller version of the Super Sonic. So let's just get them both together. Yep, can we focus there? They're not easy to pose, these. But yeah, they're really cool. It's a really nice little plush. And look, it's got a tiny little kitty tail. Okay, so the final plush that they ever released in this, which was also the very, very last product that they actually made for this line, was this, the metallic or Metal Sonic Hello Kitty plush. And look at that, it's such a cool plush. Really, really is so cool. But again, this was quite a low-key release. I think there was about 1,000 of these, but they didn't really promote it too much. And this was the very, very last plush that they did. So let's compare this one to the Jumbo Sonic. So here we go. Here it is. Here's the here's the original one, the Super Jumbo plush, and here's the version that they released late. The biggest differences by far are the size. I mean, you can just tell just by looking at them, and I've had to prop up 2 small boxes, but otherwise they fall. This one just completely falls over, but it's not working very well. Anyway, yeah, obviously the biggest difference is the size, but otherwise they're very similar. Now, the revised version actually has lighter fur, this one here. This one's got a more darker colour tone to it. But otherwise, they're very well made, and they're very much identical, pretty much. you know, obviously there are some subtle differences. Like the Jumbo plush has a stitched nose, whereas this one's like it's like a bead or something. I'm not too sure what that's called, but anyway. Whoops. Yeah, I'm trying really hard to hold these. It's not easy. Yeah, the other big differences are obviously the tags are very different. Like this one's Sonic X Hello Kitty, whereas this one's Sonic X Sanrio. So yeah, that's pretty much what they look like together. I mean, there are some other very subtle differences other than the most dramatic. So there is actually one other piece of merchandise from this range, and it's extremely rare. Like, we're talking amazingly rare. At the time, there was only around 50 of these produced, and at the 25th anniversary Sonic Party, there were only 5 available, and they all sold within like the first, I think it was 30 seconds of the store opening. And I have never seen another one appear on the second-hand market. I've no idea how much they're worth now, and I can count on one hand the number of people that I know that actually own one. So what is it I'm talking about? I'm talking about that skate deck. Yes, the skate deck. And how fortunate it is that I'm one of the people that own one. So, this is the skate deck. It is almightily cool. Now, the other side is just plain white, but this is the side you want. Now, I have never taken this out of the protective wrapper that's around it, and I don't think I ever will. But what can you say about this? I mean, it's got all the characters on it, as well as the logo down here, and it's also, I think that's also the skate deck company as well. Nusuraga, I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I'll just bring it closer so you can take a look at it. So it's got all the characters represented, and what I actually like as well is you've got little Green Hill Zone platforms here and some rings that they're sort of stood on. But again, it's such a cool piece of merch, and again, it's limited to 50 worldwide. There were 5 of them at the Sonic 25th anniversary party, and this is one of the 5. Yeah, I was very fortunate enough to get this, but yeah, this is one of the 5, and I think Treasure Hunting Sonic has one of these. I think he does, and I know of at least 2 other people that have one in their collection, but I don't know anybody else that has one, so I don't know where these are in the world. I honestly have no idea how much they're worth now, but yeah, this is one of the more cooler and rarer items to come out of that partnership. Pretty much that 25th anniversary party, when they announced this, they more or less just sold out that night everywhere. You could not find these anywhere else. But yeah, like I said, this is one of the cooler pieces of merch to come out from that one. Anyway, let's continue with the history of this partnership.
The final major moment for the partnership came in December 2016, when Sega announced that the Sanrio characters would appear in an actual Sonic game. Sonic Dash has arguably been Sega's most successful Sonic mobile title. It was released in 2013 and still gets regular updates to present day. And in December 2016, they announced that the Sanrio characters from the partnership would become unlockable characters in the game. Each week in December 2016, players would be able to unlock and play a new character. Batsmaru, Choco Cat, My Melody, and Hello Kitty all became playable characters in Sonic Dash. I'm not sure if there's any way to get these characters again if you missed the event. I think they were just a limited time promotion for this one period of time. And that was about it. The last major collaboration was the Sonic Dash crossover, but the final item that ever saw release was the Metallic plush at the 2017 San Diego Comic-Con. And since then, there's been no further releases or signs of a partnership anywhere, despite how awkward the announcement was at the Sonic 25th party.
Can we take a selfie? Because I want to actually post it on our new Instagram, Sonic Styles. Is that cool? And you know what? Let's get the audience in the shot too. All right, guys, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Sonic.
Come on over, Sonic.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Thanks, guys.
The collaboration was a huge success. The items that came from it remain in high demand. There were, however, a few criticisms. The first big one was that despite Sega promising to release the items worldwide, specifically in Europe, they never got them. In fact, it wasn't until 2018 that the European Sega shop had some of the larger Sanrio Sonic plushies in extremely limited numbers. You can still pick up a few of the characters, but they're very expensive. The figures and the pin badges never saw a release outside of North America. Thankfully, a lot of fans came to the aid of European collectors. It was quite common to find people willing to order and ship some of these to their friends in other countries. The first for this merch was indeed real. There's been no word on future collaborations between Sega and Sanrio, but given the success of the partnership, I could easily see a follow-up happening in the future, or even a similar partnership with another company. Just imagine a crossover with Hanna-Barbera, or even the Marvel or DC superheroes. Ooh, the possibilities. So what was your favourite part of this partnership, and did I miss anything? If so, please let me know in the comments. See you next time.
And give a warm welcome to the infamous Hello Kitty!
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this look at the history of the Sonic and Sanrio partnership, please click that like button. And if you'd like to join the notification squad, or Badnik Army, as I call them, please be sure to click the subscribe and bell notification button. The videos I produce just wouldn't be possible without the amazing support of my Patreons and Coffee donators. All my donators receive a video credit, and my Patreon supporters get early access to videos, as well as other thank you perks. So if you'd like to join my supporters, please use the links in the video description. Otherwise, feel free to share my videos and follow me on Twitter for more fun and adventures. But most of all, just thank you for taking the time out to watch and enjoy the content I produce. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you.
And right now the live stream is like, that was not on my bingo card at all.